everybody, this is Sherry, and I wanted to show you a project I made. It's really not anything big, but I thought it was neat and I wanted to share it with you. But before I do that, I wanted to share something with you that I'm really happy about. I was diagnosed with diabetes, I guess about a month ago now. And here my numbers had been way out of control for over 9 months, but my doctor didn't notice it on my blood work because we were always looking at other things. And today was the first day in a month, because I didn't want to take pills. I asked him to give me the chance to get it under control with the food I ate, because I absolutely hate vegetables. Not a big fan of fruits, but today I was under the 100 fasting mark for the first time in a month, and I'm so happy and I'm so proud of myself. And I don't mean that to sound boastful or anything, because I know, you know, we're not supposed to be boastful or prideful people, but as Christians, but I'm really happy. I'm really happy. And I found some ways to eat vegetables that I like. I never dreamed that would ever happen. And so I have found some recipes that I like. And if you have any recipes that that you wouldn't mind sharing with me, if they're diabetic recipes or just more healthier recipes, I would appreciate it. Maybe I can find a way to take out, you know, you've got a recipe that's good, but you put rice in it. Maybe I can find something to work around the rice, because I started making, I call them mashed cauliflower potatoes, because I don't know what to call them, but they're supposed to resemble or taste like mashed potatoes, only you use cauliflower, and it's wonderful. It's amazing. I couldn't believe how good they were, and now I love them and prefer them over mashed potatoes, which has been a staple in my home my entire life. And my kids love them too. And my kids are eating zucchini and things that, you know, we never ate before. And so it's been, I was scared because I'm petrified of needles, petrified. But even to do the little finger prick every day and every morning and every night when I test my blood, I turn my head because I'm such a chicken. And it's just a little teeny finger prick. But that's how scared I am. But God is good. God is great. And today, for the first time, I'm so happy. And I know people think, well, why is she crying? I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I'm just a weird person. But I'm so thankful, and I thank God for the help of my husband and my daughter, who have helped me, made me eat the vegetables and helped me find other ways to cook them, and Christina from Crafty Paws, who has given me, you know, some guidance and has offered to share some of her recipes. You know, I thank her. I thank all of you who are willing to share with me, because I need to learn how to do this, because I don't want to take more medications than I already have to. I already take a ton, and I don't want my kids to ever go through this. And if I can teach them now, even though it's late and they're later in their lives, to like these things, it will make things so much easier for them in the future. And now I'll quit that and show you what I made. Okay, I'm putting this white piece of paper behind it because this is one of those blue Rubbermaid lids. And it says it's Rachel's College Survival Kit. Rachel is my friend Danae's. I'm trying to get the glare off there, but I guess I'm not going to. She's Danae's friend, and I've had this for like before she went to school, back to school, And before I found out I was a diabetic, because you'll see what's in the box here in a second. And, but I just kept forgetting to take it to the post office. Well, she came back for the long weekend, and Danae and her are going for lunch today. And I'm like, please take my package to Rachel. I want her to have it. So I did it quickly last night because I hadn't finished the top. And of course, I picked purple, which was kind of goofy because it's really difficult to see on the blue, I think. And then I just took a punch. I mean, it was something so simple. And you could do this for anything. So a kid who's sick, or somebody who's in the hospital, or, and I wouldn't call it survival kit if you're in the hospital. That might not sound real good. But, you know, you can figure out a way to make it work. And, you know, maybe a kid with chicken pox, you know, and put a little game or something in there. But, you know, this is what I came up with. I had this punch laying on my table, so I pulled it out. I pulled out my 3/4 inch round punch that was right beside me, and used those just to make the little flowers for some added decoration. Cut the words out on my Cricut, my Cricut Explorer Air thingy, and used my white Jelly Roll pen for some dash lines and stuff. But I wish I had chose, you know, the yellow or something, because see, it stands out so much better even up against the solid blue. And what I got was just it's not Rubbermaid, I don't know, it just was from the dollar store. And my daughter and I went like what I call crazy. We just was trying to find really cool things for her to have for school. And so we got a giant bag of rubber bands, and nobody in their lifetime could use that many. So I put some rubber bands in. Excuse me. Then I got these from Tracy's store, who is Art Attack Supply here on YouTube, and I'll put a link below. They're doggy clips, and Rachel has a dog that she just loves, and I thought she would think those were really cute. So I put those in there. I got her a light to read by. You know, she doesn't have a roommate, I don't think, but they were talking about putting one in. And I'm going to take this out of the package. I took everything else out. I don't know why I left that in. And, you know, so I got that so she could read by if she wanted to. Put that in there. I found these little label things at the dollar store, and so I thought if she needed to label stuff for school or whatnot, she could, you know, she had those. Then if you need a first aid kit, you gotta have some Band-Aids. So these are little Minion Band-Aids for her. Of course, a fun pen to use for school. And it's got the little smiley face. All this stuff just came from the dollar store, most of it. Some of it I had. I had all different colored paper clips, so I put them in a small baggie. This should do her for a long time. And so put those in there. Some little page markers for school. I had those already. I got a pack of regular size staples for her to have. And then I got her a little teeny weeny pink stapler that takes regular size staples. So she has her own stapler. And a thing of tape in case she would need it. I got her some of these clips in case she needed some heavier clips, like if she had chips or something in her room and she wanted to keep them closed. And oh, and I made this, and it's just a bookmark with the deer, and I laminated it. It didn't laminate well because it's too thick. There was a front, I did a front and a back, so I ended up putting E6000 on it, and that really worked. But I think what I'll do next time is put them together with, put the deer together with my Xyron, and then use the paper clip without laminating them, because it just made it really hard. But it's the deer on the front, and then it says, "Oh dear, I miss you" on the back. And I thought she could use that for a bookmark while she's there. And in case she needed a notepad, we found this watermelon one, and my daughter came up with the idea of don't let college drive you fruity. So we got that for her. Let me put this in here so it lays right. There we go. And then we found this giant elephant eraser, and my daughter wrote, "May you have the memory of an elephant." So we thought that was funny for a college student. And then I'll show you the one healthy, kind of healthy thing we bought. And that was the apricot trail mix to go in there. And then got her some cheese crackers, you know, in case she gets hungry, you know, in between classes or whatever. And doesn't want to go, you know, grab something. She wants to be able to grab something quick. And we got, those ones are peanut butter and these ones are cheese. And then I'm just kind of going to pull this aside for a second and dump the rest in. Sorry. You know, every college student in the world needs chocolate. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody needs chocolate at one time or another. And even if you aren't a big chocolate fan, you know, we all know that every once in a while, you know, we get a sweet tooth and we want something. Ron, I dropped one. Come back here, little Three Musketeers. Got it. There. Couldn't stand that I dropped that one thing and it was going to drive me crazy. Now let me get back up here where you can all hear me. But, you know, we all know that we want the candy every once in a while. But even if she doesn't, it's so much fun to have your friends over and maybe watch a movie in your room. And get out the bowl of candy. And have you ever not seen a group of, you know, teenage girls dive into a bag of candy or a bowl of candy? Now, these were the only ones. Everything I got, I tried to get wrapped, but I didn't realize that these ones were unwrapped. So they had to go in like that. And all of that goes on there. I got some ring pops here, you know, for when she's studying, and some hard candies for whenever she just needs to, you know, her mouth is dry or something, or she wants to keep something small in her purse. And then, because I got one that had the blue lid, now, if you use the right paper, I think you would be better off, or, you know, a brighter color would be better. But if you could find one with a clear lid, that would probably work way better. And I put the white square in the middle, and then I just clipped the box down over it. And there is Rachel's college survival kit. And but I thought it was a fun thing to do, and you know, just something that I know when I was in college, which was a long time ago, my mom would take ice cream buckets and she would make me sugar cookies, because those were my favorites. And she would pack them for me, and in between she would put layers of paper towels so they would make it all nice and pretty. You know, they'd be beautiful when they got there. They wouldn't be all crumbled or nothing. Excuse me, my sinuses are draining. I apologize. And, but I remember my friends, I think, were more excited than I was when they knew that I came upstairs with a package, because they knew that meant that my mom had sent me goodies. And they also knew that that meant that I was going to share with them. And so I wanted there to be plenty in here for her to share with her friends. So if you know, a young person, you know, I was going to mail this to her, which I think would have been more fun for her to get it in the mail. But since school had already started and I didn't get it in the mail in time, I want her to have it to take back with her. And, but, you know, if you know one, you know, make them something like this. It doesn't have to be a big giant. I don't know how this ended up being such a big thing. It was supposed to be a little tiny thing. But when we found the erasers and things at the dollar store, I just kind of ran with it. Everything came from the dollar store except for the things I had here at the house and that I got from Art Attack. And I bought those specifically for Rachel because I knew I was going to do this. And so it really was not, even this came from the dollar store. So, I mean, it wasn't an expensive thing to put together. It cost me maybe a total of $10 to do the whole thing. And this is a huge supply, supply kit or survival kit. I didn't have it hooked all the way down. But, so, you know, it would mean a lot to a college student if you know one that's out and needs a little pick-me-up. You know, think about doing something like this. I was going to put her mascot was a bald eagle, and I was going to put that on there, but I wasn't sure what color her mascot was. So, and I couldn't remember the name of the school that she goes to, so I didn't want to put the wrong color on and blow it. But if you know what their mascot is, you know, it doesn't have to be the mascot. You know, hers was a bald eagle. I was just going to use one that I found on the Cricut. And, but, you know, if it's a bull, use a bull image. You know, just something like that. It doesn't have to be exact. But I know that it would make a college student who is away and homesick like I was when I was in college, it would have made me ecstatic to think that somebody thought of me and thought enough of me to do something like this. And so I wanted to do it for her. So I hope you guys like this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And let's praise the Lord again for woo-hoo-hoo, good blood sugar numbers. And I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for visiting me today, and happy crafting. Bye.